My best friend said she was helping us stay close. I said, get away from my bed with that syringe. Melissa announced her pregnancy at brunch by sliding a positive test across the table and saying, we're doing this together. I said, congratulations. That's so exciting for you. She said, no, we're both doing this. I already made you an appointment with my fertility doctor for next Tuesday. I laughed because I thought she was joking. She pulled out a folder with my name on it containing ovulation charts, prenatal vitamin schedules, and a conception calendar. She said, I need you pregnant by October so our babies are born the same month. I've already planned everything. I said, I'm not trying for a baby right now. She stared at me and said, you have 6 weeks to start trying or I'll make sure it happens anyway. The next week, Melissa showed up at my house with matching pregnancy journals and said we needed to start tracking my cycle immediately. When I told her I wasn't interested, she said, you're ruining the most important moment of my life. Real friends get pregnant together. She started calling my husband asking when we were going to start trying and telling him I'd agreed to conceive in October. She bought a second crib for her nursery and put my name on it. When I told her to stop, she said, you're going to thank me when our kids are growing up as siblings. I found her in my bathroom going through my medicine cabinet. She said she was just looking for tampons, but I caught her taking photos of my birth control pack. The next day, my prescription refill was denied because someone had called the pharmacy claiming to be me and canceled it. When I called to fix it, the pharmacist said, your friend already picked up your last refill for you yesterday. I drove to Melissa's house and found my birth control pills in her kitchen trash. She said, you weren't gonna need them anyway. I'm helping you. I said, you stole my medication. She said, I liberated you from it. There's a difference. I got a new prescription and hid it in my car. 2 weeks later, I started feeling nauseous and exhausted. I thought I had the flu until my period was 5 days late. I took a pregnancy test and it was positive. I called Melissa crying and said, something's wrong. I've been taking my pill every day. She said, nothing's wrong. Everything's perfect. Our babies are going to be best friends just like us. I went to my doctor and demanded blood work. The results showed elevated hormone levels consistent with fertility medication I'd never taken. My doctor asked if anyone had access to my food or drinks. That's when I realized Melissa had been bringing me coffee every morning for 3 weeks. She'd show up at my door with 2 cups and say she wanted to spend more time together before the babies came. My doctor said, someone has been giving you injectable fertility hormones. This is extremely dangerous and could have killed you. She reported it to the police immediately. I terminated the pregnancy because it was medically unsafe and got a restraining order. Melissa violated it the next day by showing up at my house screaming that I'd murdered her baby's future best friend. She pounded on my door until the neighbors called the police. The officers arrested her, but she made bail within hours. She started a social media campaign calling me a baby killer and posted my address asking people to help save her best friend from making a terrible mistake. Strangers started showing up at my house. She sent my husband divorce papers she'd filled out herself with a note saying, she'll never give you a family. Leave her and find someone worthy of being a father. She broke into my house at 3 in the morning and I woke up to her standing over my bed holding a syringe. She said, I have enough hormones here to get you pregnant tonight. Just let me help you and everything will be perfect. I screamed and my husband tackled her. The syringe fell and shattered on the floor. She was still trying to reach it when the police arrived. She told the officers, I'm helping her. She wants this. She's just confused about what she really needs. One officer picked up the broken syringe and said, where did you get this? She said, I'm a nurse. I know exactly what I'm doing. The officer said, you're not a nurse. We already checked your credentials and you work in hospital administration. They arrested her for breaking and entering, assault, and illegal possession of controlled substances. She screamed the entire way to the police car. You're destroying both our futures. Our babies were supposed to grow up together. You're the worst friend I've ever had. Police searched Melissa's house and found she'd been stealing fertility drugs from the hospital for months. She'd been injecting herself with double doses to guarantee her own pregnancy and had falsified nursing credentials to buy even more. She's serving 18 months for drug theft, assault, and stalking. Her baby was born premature due to the excessive hormones she'd taken. She lost custody and her husband divorced her. I haven't spoken to her since.